have about a 2-hour drive today. So I thought it would be a good day for us to catch up on things going on in my life. Anything that I haven't talked to you guys about in a while, but things, if you watch my channel, that have been happening in the background. I wish you could smell the cabin of this truck right now because it smells delicious. I am on my way to my daughter's nesting party. This is her second baby, so she did not want like a big fuss, a big shower with all the extra things. They bought a house and she has saved a lot of the things from the first baby, and they do not know if it's going to be a boy or a girl yet because they're going to be surprised. That was their choice, to be surprised. So we will probably buy her some things that she needs or wants after the baby's born when we come visiting a few weeks after. But today we're just gonna go, and everybody is bringing their favorite freezer type meal that can be easily put together later on that she can have around the house when she's busy and not sleeping much and just tired and recovering. So we're gonna do that, and I need to stop on the way and pick up some diapers and a card for her. One of the things that I love about this drive to my daughter's house is that there are all these little towns along the way because it's back roads, and they're just so cute and quaint, and I just have so much fun seeing all these little homes, and yeah, it's just really neat. It's a neat, pretty little drive, really. I like the back roads. I found a recipe for chicken thighs last year because I follow the Mediterranean diet, and I was looking for some good different ways to make chicken because chicken is a really good meat that's lean, and I feel like you don't eat a lot of meat on the Mediterranean diet, but when you do, it's like so I didn't want to get bored, so I was looking for a good recipe that would be a non-boring chicken recipe, and this is so good. It doesn't taste like anything else that I've ever had. It has tomato paste for a marinade, but it's mixed with a bunch of spices. The main one being like a smoked paprika, which makes it so good. It really brings out the flavor of the tomato base. And then you add lemon juice to it and olive oil, which is heart healthy. And I think what are the other spices? Cumin, oregano. I think today I just put Italian seasoning in it. Salt and pepper. I think that's all it. Oh, and tons of garlic. So for each chicken breast or each chicken thigh that you put in there, you put in a whole clove of garlic and minced up. So I did 10 chicken breasts, or I keep saying chicken breasts, it's chicken thighs, which a lot of places have those on sale right now, I've noticed, for the winter time. But I did 10 chicken thighs and 10 cloves of garlic. So my house smells so good, and the cabin of this truck smells so good. I just baked it up. At the end of the recipe, after you've cooked it slow, you crisp up the skins, which I actually had a pack of chicken thighs that didn't have the skin still on it. But if you just put it under the broiler a little bit, it will broil the tops of it, and it just makes it So anyway, enough about my ranting and raving about the recipe, but I'm excited to give this to her. I put it in 2 little pans so that they can have 2 meals out of it. I left a couple of them at home for Joe because I couldn't bake that amazing smell in my house and not give him any of it. I feel bad if I do that. So I thought it would be a good day for us to catch up. Things, if you watch my channel, that have been happening in the background. One of those big things is trying to get an administrator position. And earlier this year, I was just really struggling with my current position. I love where I'm at. I love the people that I work with. I have been in High County for a long time now, to the point where a lot of kids that I saw graduate high school are now parents, which is an amazing feeling. I took a little hiatus and went to some other places in between and then came back. So it's just an interesting experience being able to know so many people, and it's a very tight-knit community. It's a wonderfully supportive community, and it's a beautiful place to live. But there are limited opportunities to go into administrative positions just because it's a rural area and it's a small school. To show you just how small it is, there's only one fourth grade teacher this year in my school building. It's me. And I had 28 students on my roster when I started. I now have 26 students on my roster. 24 of them are with me the majority of the day. And the other two have a special class that they attend, and then I support them. And I still see them, and they join us for things like our resources and things like that. The school is small. We have typically 2 teachers per grade level, and that's for a whole entire county. It's a very spread out area. And it just makes it so that because of funding, because of the number of students, we just don't have a lot of administrator positions. Now, in the next couple of years, there are some people that are getting ready to retire, so there might be an opportunity for me. I am definitely set on moving into administration at some point, and because I have probably like 10 to 12 years left. And that's gonna put me, 10 years will put me at 35 years in the profession. 37, but not exactly 37 the way they counted, because of the fact that I did some like partial year positions when we were going through some family changes, and just things were weird. State, it's like 35 point something years in 1 year, another 10 years. But I will probably, I'm trying to get into administration in less than 5 years. If I go apply for positions in our county within 3 years, when all the retirements happen, and I have not had any luck in getting put into one of those positions, then I'll know that it's time for me to move on, because my district at that point will not be supporting what's best for me. Me having taught so many different grade levels in so many different places, I have a lot of experience that could be better put to use in an administrator position. So I need to be in a place that values that and understands that about me. So we'll just see. They have done things to support me, but ultimately they have to choose me in order for me to make this my permanent home. So as much as I love Pye County and I love the people, I do have a family to consider, and ultimately I need to pay down some debts that I have and get in a position where I have a home that I can give to my children as my inheritance. And in order to get all of that done within a timely manner that makes sure that I will have my home paid off when that comes to pass, I need to be in a position, that's a promotion. So it is what it is. I'm enjoying where I'm at right now.
What are we doing today?
Nesting!
What does that mean?
We're cleaning the house!
Why are we cleaning the house?
Cause the baby is coming!
Are you excited?
Yeah!
Alright, is it going to be a boy or a girl?
I don't know!
Do you want it to be one or the other, or do you don't care?
I don't care!
Alright,
time!
let me see you clean. Oh, that's good.
I applied for multiple positions this last year. Earlier this year, I was just ready to throw in the towel, to be honest with you. I had some really frustrating things going on, and I won't go into that. It's better now. My administration has really supported me through all of that, and I appreciate and love them so much. I have a wonderful principal, wonderful assistant principal, and they have helped me through the whole year. But earlier this year, I was just like, there's no way that this is going to work the way that I've been set up. I felt like I was being set up to fail. Sometimes the decisions that we need to make for a district are not good decisions for a classroom. It's just decisions that have to be made at the time. And I recognize that with my training in administration. I understand that it's hard to be the person that's making the tough calls. That being said, I feel like I am good to stay where I'm at the rest of the year. I was really hopeful for a position that I applied for, and I didn't say anything about it before Christmas because I'm just tired of like sharing things on here and then having it not happen. Sorry, you guys have that hanging in your face there. Anyway, so I just kind of kept it to myself, and the next time that I will actually share my endeavors as far as getting a job will be after the fact. I vlog my experience and I keep it for myself so I can look back on it. And then if I actually get one of these jobs eventually, we'll go back and include some of the footage from like my interview process and stuff like that. So that's how I've decided to deal with it moving forward. So if I've been a little silent about it, number one, I've been a little discouraged, a little frustrated about it taking longer than I had hoped, because I know that I've been ready, but you know, I do believe that when the position is for me, then it'll happen, and I have to be patient. I have been patient. I've been patient for 5 years now, and I'm hoping that I don't have to be patient for too much longer. What are you doing?
Twirling this thing around so I want a picture. This is the picture I want. It's also the same on the other side.
I wonder what that's really for.
It's for basket. I just don't like to play with it.
What's it supposed to have in it?
Laundry.
That's what I thought. Why are there granola bars and Uno cards over there in the hallway?
Because I thought you would get hungry.
Oh, well, that was very nice of you.
Are you hungry? You hungry?
I'm not really hungry, but you know, when I could eat that, I could eat it on the way home. Do you want to go put it in my coat pocket?
Okay. I'm going to get downstairs.
Going back to what I was saying before, I applied for 2 positions, and one of them was a digital learning coach, or digital instructional coach. It was basically a person who would be helping teachers with tech in their classrooms. But what I learned from interviewing in that job was that the teachers were pretty far along already in a lot of ways in using tech in their district. And where I am, there's a big mix of that. And so if I was put into a digital like instructional coach position here in my district, then I feel like there would be plenty for me to do that I already know how to do. And then some things that would challenge me a little with a few people who are beyond. And I know those people well, and I would be able to basically work alongside them and collaborate in exploring something new with AI or robotics or, you know, coding, anything else that they might want to try, like virtual things. But that part of it would be more learning for me. And I'm an instructional leader. I use a lot of technology in my instruction, and I've been through what North Carolina's Rethink cohort, which is a training that it made sense for them to select that person over me. And that was just me. Like, I need to get out of the classroom so that I can spread my wings with sharing what I have learned over the years with a larger group of people. I'm always going to be a student-driven leader. I started this for the kids, and my last day of being in education will still be that way for the kids. And hopefully I'll be in a principal role, or I'll be a college professor of education, which is my ultimate dream job, is a college professor of education who also handles some in student teaching. That's my dream job. We'll be getting teacher coordinators and things like that, along those lines. But for right now, just getting basically the most experience I can, helping with initiatives that are building wide and not just my own classroom. So I'm working right now with the care closet as number one. It's something that my students need to do for themselves, and it will benefit my students, my classroom. But it will also benefit my community, and it will allow me to pull in people like the social worker, other parents, community organizations, and those are the things that I need to be working on to improve my collaboration skills, my leadership skills, while still continuing to do my job that I'm doing now. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying it. It would be great if I could teach half time and do something more outwardly focused, building wide the other half of the day. I would love it if that would be an opportunity for me next year. But I am going to apply over the summer for administrative roles, whatever comes up. I think unless a role comes up in my own district this year for an assistant principal, if that were to happen, I would apply for that. But if that doesn't happen, I think I'm pretty much done applying out of the district for the year. I'm just going to go ahead and finish my job with the students that I have right now, because they do need me. And we've formed a good relationship, and I think that I can make positive progress with them before the end of the school year. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. If something surprises me and a role comes available right in my own district, of course I'm not going to pass up that opportunity to apply for that, to interview for that. But other than that, I will wait till summer and I will apply for anything that's local.
I love it. You got the moves.
Do the tap dance, Grayson.
See? Well, that feels good.
So Joe and I have pretty much decided that we want to be somewhere between Virginia and the Outer Banks. When I say Virginia, I mean like the Suffolk area when we retire. So that could be anywhere in Edenton, there's some little towns around the area, Columbia, Roper, Crestwell, and then we also have like Elizabeth City area, which is Pasquotank County Schools. So all of those areas, and then into Virginia country areas over there. Somewhere between here and there is where we want to be in retirement. I would like to be a little bit closer to the airport than I am right now. And also I have to consider that the fibromyalgia that I have, although I am asymptomatic, can be more difficult to manage as you get older. And being close to a more populated area means that I'm closer to quality care with specialists that can help me. And I'm closer to physical therapists. I'm closer to like gyms that have pools that I can use in the wintertime, which is big because when the weather cools off, I tend to have like more symptoms, especially if I'm not getting like enough sunlight. Then I can have more joint problems, stiffness, pain, the musculoskeletal problems that you have with fibromyalgia. So I'm still praying that I can experience complete freedom and healing from that illness, that I will never have to deal with it again. But at this point, I am successfully managing it, and I am very smart now about when I need to slow down. And I'm telling you, like, having a long-term, potentially disabling autoimmune disorder is a challenge when you're trying to move into leadership in any position, but education especially, because there's so much like movement and so much, like, as an administrator, there's so much like walking that you have to do just to get from place to place, to be present, to be seen by your staff, to be helpful, to serve other people. So it's something that I just really have to take care of my health. So I really like the Evanston area of North Carolina, but also like some of the small towns in the southern area. All of those are closer to better healthcare and closer to better opportunities for the gym. Also, if I don't have to drive as far to go to the grocery and to run my everyday errands, the cut in travel time is helpful with me managing joint pain and stiffness and nerve pain. When I went on our whirlwind vacation of a Christmas, which I totally do not regret because it was worth every single little pain that I've had since then. I experienced a lot of knee pain, back pain, nerve pain in my sciatic nerve, which I think is due to like inflammation of certain muscles that are attaching my back to my knee. And when that gets inflamed, you put pressure on your sciatic nerve, and then you have like really bad nerve pain. And that's what I was experiencing. So being closer to an airport, being closer to places where I can run errands and things like that is a goal for Joe and I both as we age and look for a retirement home. So yeah, we'll just see. God knows what's best for us, and He will provide for all of our needs, not just this 2024 year, but moving into our future with our family. So I'm getting closer, so I'll probably be like stopping in a little bit to take a break for the party, but I just wanted to say that I'm like really excited about this next thing that I have to share with you. A goal that I have for my YouTube channel in the new year is that I am going to